Hello everybody, this is Scotty-O with Ecstatic Hearts. I am talking to you about self-love. One of the most important things that I think we can do to heal ourselves in the world, yet our culture doesn't really appreciate self-love so much. We're kind of taught that you should be modest and that narcissism is bad. And I'm not talking about narcissism, but a genuine love for oneself. Most people can love themselves far more deeply than they do. Most of us have stories in the back of our head that we're not good enough, that there's something wrong with us, that people won't like us, and all this baloney that is not true. And what I'm here to talk about is a breakthrough I just had in self-love. So let me go back just a little bit. When I was 3 or 4, my first memory is having my mom, who was like the most unconditionally loving person I've ever met, who was a fountain of love, but she was also bipolar. And so she was usually fun and excited and zany, maybe even a little manic. Maybe I get some of that from her. But then this one time, she flipped. And she got really angry at me and was yelling at me for making too much noise, and she was shaking me, and I was going, what the heck happened to my mom? I didn't even understand the concept of possession at the time, but I thought she was possessed. Maybe she was, but something had shifted and my life was forever changed because I went from stability, love, this is my basis, to what is wrong with me, what did I cause, and I created what I'll call an abandonment trigger. So from here on out, whenever I felt like a loss of love or something, leaving me, I would go on alert and I'd become stressed and I would be clingy and things like that. And so now I've been doing a lot of work on myself. I've been doing personal development and tantra for years and years. And so this is kind of this big issue had become kind of a dull roar. And I didn't think it was an issue. And part of this was, if you know me, and you would guess that I don't really care what people think, right? Because I'm kind of out there, I'm transparent, I'm bold, I'm not afraid to be who I am. And I thought that I didn't give a hoot about what other people thought of me. And I realized that there was a deeper level that I touched. Before we get into that, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me tell you what happened just last week. So I was doing a tantric experience, and we're moving lots of energy, and that's, I think, one of the keys is the more energy. What I found is that energy has a intelligence of its own, and all I do is open myself up to fully feeling my feelings, allowing energy to transmute the movement up and down my body, and it does the rest. It knows what to do. It heals. I just allow myself to open, flow, feel more, go to love, choose love. And that's really the biggest secret of Tantra. And it sounds easier than it is, because what that means is that you also get to have the courage to face your greatest fears, your most uncomfortable moments, all the crap that you don't want to unpack from your skeleton closet. It's because that's the power of Tantra, is you got to fully feel the feelings. You got to let them out, because they've been trapping you and holding you down. And if you try to repress and push them down and restrict who you are or what you're feeling in the moment, you're just creating problems for yourself, physical, emotional, and otherwise. So, knowing this, I'm in the process of feeling, and I'm going through this. I had a breakthrough in my health. And immediately afterwards, Melanie came in, my wife, and what's interesting is that she has a story around rejection, and I've got a trigger around abandonment. And usually, my abandonment story dances with her trigger, her story about being rejected, and they dance and they kind of support each other, and we'll go, did you feel this rejection? Yeah, I felt rejected too. How about you? And we kind of do this thing. And so she came in again, and she was saying, you aren't spending enough time with me. I'm, feeling rejected by you. And I was like, okay, honey. And I got that this is just the story that we're playing. It's not true. I love her. She loves me. We spend more time together than anybody I know. Yet still, we sometimes bump up or had bumped up against this little story that dances. So I said, you know what we need to do is just let's fully feel our feelings. Let's get into it. And actually, I don't even know if I said that, but that's what I created. And so she went to the room and she was like curled up and kind of like sat. So I like joined her and I, spooned her and we just kind of went in the fetal position together and we started feeling. And I felt a deeper level of sorrow and pain and heartbreak and a loneliness that I've ever felt before. And I mean, I was feeding some of hers, but it was bringing out in me. That, by the way, that's one of the advantages of relationships, especially romantic relationships, is our stories continue to trigger each other until we deal with them. So it's like it allows you to have someone that mirrors the stuff that you want to clear and get rid of until you actually do. And so by supporting her and mirroring what she was feeling, I was healing myself. I was going to the deepest, rootedest feelings that I had and allowing them to come out. And it was painful. It really sucked. And but it was sweet and it was nurturing and it allowed me to really go where we have never gone before. And so that lasted for about 20, 30 minutes or so. But what I found was remarkable, I was really doing this, I thought, to support her, but I got a bigger result in that I really got out whatever had been deep-seated within me and released it. And I came out of that experience going, holy cow, where is my rejection story? Hey, Katharina. And I was going, it's gone. And it was like, it was kind of like a part of myself I've been carrying around my whole life so long that I didn't even know it was there. And what I recognized was I just felt free. And and what I was saying earlier is I usually didn't think I cared about what other people think. What I realized is I always had a deep, quiet voice that would be in the back of my mind, hey Jennifer, that would be saying, well, are you doing enough? What's going on now? Who are you helping the person needs to be helped? Is this person okay? What are they thinking about you now? Are you on time? For all you guys that know I have triggers around time, this is the underlying story. Not that I don't think integrity is so important, but there was like a fear, there was like an anxiousness, a stress around, am I doing enough? Am I being who I need to be? Am I serving? Am I, and it was basically boiled down to what are people thinking of me and what am I thinking of myself? So once I had this shift and I went, wow, I really love myself, that all kind of went away. And I was at a party and normally I'm like the host and I'm like, how you doing? How are you okay? And I said, you know what? They're all adults. It's a party. It's going fine. I don't need to worry about them. I'm going to take care of myself. Now, this doesn't mean that I don't still love people and appreciate them. But it also means that I am going to care. I felt that I need to care for myself first. I get to love myself. And if I love myself, take care of myself, then I have more energy and more to give to others. And there's nothing wrong with that, people. It's like so many people think that love is compromise and giving up your needs for others. And I don't buy into that. I believe that we get to be fully healed, self-love beings that are completely content in and of ourselves, have all our needs met, and then we partner with someone who has all of their needs met, and it's 1 + 1 = 3, and you create magic, interdependence, not codependence. And so I was having this experience, and I was like, I just want to be by myself. And I just went off to my room, and I was just like, I'm just going to be in love with myself. And I was just like, touching myself, and I was nurturing, and I was like, I want some alone time just so I can be with me. And I never really had that before, not just I want to love myself. And I noticed that, and then once I did that for a while, Melanie joined me, and then we had a lovely lovemaking session. And then towards the end that we're done, she went off to go to the bathroom. And I didn't know at the time, but actually our towel caught on fire. So she was stopping the house from burning down, but she didn't come back for a while. And the old me would have gone, oh, she's gone. She forgot about me. She doesn't love me. What happened? Where did she go? Should I go look for her? I'm just going to sit here and sulk, all this other stuff. And the new me was going, woohoo, look look at this. I get to spend time with myself. I'm just so having fun with myself. So she's an adult. She can take care of herself. She'll come back when she comes back. She knows where I am. I'm just going to enjoy just being with me for right now. And it was really remarkable. And in fact, I enjoyed it so much, 2 or 3 times throughout the party, I just went off to be by myself. And I'm an extrovert, people. You guys who know me is like, I tie into the energy. I get motivated by talking to people and being with people. So this is kind of a new experience for me. But it's stayed with me. It's been about a week or so. And you know, the cynic in me want to make sure it's stuck. But it's really beautiful. And what's interesting, too, is that now that I've had this breakthrough, Melanie's still got a little of that rejection story going on, and I notice it, I see how it's you know, being impacting her life, and I see other people's stories too, because it's a trigger I understood deeply, but no longer feel has a hold on me. And so I'm sharing all this because I want you to also fully love yourself. It's one of the most powerful things you can do, because you can only love others as much as you love yourself. You get to give to yourself first before you give to others. If you're someone that feels like they're not enough, or they have to, you know, sacrifice their own needs or compromise their desires in order to meet the needs of someone else, I'm asking you to take a look and see if you can find a win-win, both and more, and you know, have yourself and your own personal needs met first. If you can meet your own needs first and really love yourself, then a whole new world opens up. And I don't think this was an accident that the same night I had the biggest breakthrough in my life in my physical health too. I think that self-love and physical health, they correlate, because when you really love yourself, you take care of yourself. You don't do destructive habits. And that's the other thing I noticed is that, you know, I feel like I do a pretty good job taking care of my body, but after this, I feel I'm hypersensitive. Like I'm really checking in. What does my body want to eat now? What is it? Does it need to stretch now? If I feel pains or something, or you're uncomfortable, I say, oh, body, what are you trying to tell me? Yeah, let me listen to you. Let me support you. Let's be in harmony with each other. And I'm hypersensitive, and I'm doing much more, I think, to take care of my health naturally and normally than I've ever done before. I think the old me would like maybe sabotage it a little bit. Or sacrifice my needs for others and say that's being good. But you know, now I really feel that the key is everyone love yourself, because this is the thing, folks. If we all really just focus on loving ourselves fully, letting go of our judgments, letting go of our doubts, letting go of our fears, shame, guilt, all that stuff, we just purge it from our bodies so we can really just say, wow, I am a divine, unique, amazing being, and there's nothing wrong with me, and maybe I'm not for everybody, but by gosh, I am for myself. And so if you just love yourself. So if there's something blocking you, if there's something in the way, I think the key to accessing it, and this is true for everything, is to fully feel it, especially where you don't want to go, especially the uncomfortable stuff. If you can not, this is not wallowing. It's not like, oh, I'm reaffirming the same story, the same icky feeling over and over again. It's like getting to the root. It's going deeper than you ever felt before, for the purposes of getting down there, pulling it, and letting it free. And then you have a whole lot more possibility in life. So this is my video, Scotty-O with Ecstatic Hearts. It's about self-love. Everything starts with you. If you love your internal world, your external world will change. Your environment, like miracles will happen if all you do is focus in and handle whatever's there. And the next video, I'm going to talk about the physical breakthrough I had that paralleled this at the same time, and how I overcame a chronic health issue that's been plaguing me for 23 years. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I love you. Bye-bye.